Evenings LALATE with Purple, with big updates tonight about your third stimulus check and third stimulus package. I'm really excited for you as we're just hours away from the debut of the third stimulus package bill. But in this recording, I'm going to go over the no less than 22 items of the third stimulus package we already know about because I have an early release of the details of this package bill. I'm giving you my predictions as well in this recording for the first time ever, what I expect will be coming to this week. And I'm really excited for you. You know, I'm so glad you're here. The only one that can't join us is the moth. The moth, which joined us in the video before this about first stimulus and second stimulus, was looking for that stimulus check and unfortunately is no longer with us, has now passed on to the other side of the moth now mothballs, I guess you would say. But enough with the moth jokes. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe because, boy, this is a big day. R.I.P. Martha. This is a big day to some people are like, what is he talking about? I'm just doing into some stimulus. He's talking about moths. Yeah, I was attacked by a moth in the video right before this. The video right before this was about first stimulus and second stimulus. There was a lot of money in that stimulus video. If you didn't catch it, watch it. But you also get to see me almost eaten alive by a moth live on camera. There's a lot, yeah, that's a suspense. You know, tomorrow I'll have, Nash Bridges crash the set or something at a Barracuda or something else to create some more. Be some fireworks and some technical things in the background tomorrow to give some more action adventure to a stimulus channel. But today, my guest host, the Moth, has now passed on. In the video right before this, I went over what you're going to get on the first stimulus check that is unpaid, the second stimulus package that's unpaid, the SSI and SSDI, the 24 executive orders, and the remainder of your $10,000 EIDL grant. But today, in this video, I'm going to go over the incredible $8,000, $1,400, $1,700 that's in the third stimulus package bill. That'll be coming later this week. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Go to the front channel, hit the subscribe button. Like this video, hit that alert button, and if you've not become a member, then consider becoming a member. A lot of people became members in the video before this. The Moth tried to, but so be it. Uh, I saw something fly, and I just now I'm schizoid. Every time I see something fly, it's just like, oh, okay. So if you want to become a member, there's a join link in the description of this video, in the pinned comment, and also underneath the. Some people are just losing it. Raymond, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk and keeping us sane away from moss. Thank you, Raymond, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Raymond to the family. Welcome, Raymond. Zena, thank you for welcoming Raymond faster than I can. Welcome, Raymond, and anyone else that has joined throughout the day. What a day it is. In this video, I'm going to be going over yesterday's PDF delivered to members of this channel. I'll be reposting the PDF for members of this channel. There's the January 19th and the January 18th PDF. I'm going to be going over the January 19th, the January 18th PDF in this video, which goes over third stimulus at the bottom of the PDF. If you're not a member, you can follow along by taking notes on a pen and paper. What I want to do in this video, for the first time ever, I want to really sort of focus on what things you should zero in on under the third stimulus package for you, because there's a lot of stuff for each of you. Let me do that first before I go to the details. First, if you think you're an essential worker, because you generally, oh, thank you, get a butterfly, LA. I don't think I have butterflies in the set. Renee, hey Renee, how are you? Renee Chestnut, thank you Renee for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Renee for becoming a Purple Hawk. Hello, how are you? So excited to have you join this family. Everyone welcome Renee. If you think you're an essential worker, you probably are. Then, under Joe Biden's essential worker hazard pay, you're going to, so far, based upon the documentation, there's James Marshall. Everyone welcome James for becoming Purple Power. Wow. James is a Purple Power. Thank you, James, for becoming a Purple Power. Amen. Wow. Everyone welcome James to the family. If you're an essential worker, you're going to have at least 2 items under the third stimulus package. First, you'll have Ash Lee for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Ash. What a beautiful name. Wonderful, wonderful name. Everyone welcome Ash to the family. As a hazard pay worker, you're going to get that tax credit, and then you're going to get hazard pay money. We don't know anything about the hazard pay money yet. We don't know anything about it if you're a private hazard pay worker. If you're public sector, it's going to come through your employer. They're going to give that money, $300 billion to state and local, and they're going to pay you on top of your salary. Public works, building safety, firemen, uh, you know, rescue, that type of stuff. But if you're private hazard pay, we don't know anything about it. This is going to be a big ramp up Thursday when we see this bill, presumably Thursday. That what's hazard pay, how you apply. I'm going to have so much detail for you. But what I do know is you're going to get what's called number 20. Number 20 on yesterday's PDF at the top of the page. Earned income tax credit. Earned income tax credit. If you made less than $21,000 a year, you can get $1,500 as a tax credit on your return. This is incredible, great news. So that's for essential workers. $21,000 or less, then you can get that on your tax return. $1,500. Don't know who are the essential workers. Don't know, anything about the whole eligibility universe yet. We'll see that on Thursday. How to get the PDFs. If you were a member before this chat, it was posted in the community page to this chat, youtube.com/LALATE/community. As for members only, it had two PDF links. If you did not see them, members only post. Then I'll repost after this video. Gary, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Gary to the room. Feels like we're back in school. It does feel like you're back in school because there's a lot of information. A lot of information. Gary, welcome to the family. Everyone welcome Gary. What about this group as essential workers? Don't know. We really, really, really don't. Someone said, give me a moth emoji. I don't think I want to see a moth going across my screen. I don't think I want to see a moth emoji now. We don't know who the essential workers are yet. We'll see them on Thursday. So I don't know the answer to what is essential worker at all until Thursday. Then we'll see it. So the answer is I just don't know. I don't know until we see the bill. So I don't want to guess. I would just be guessing. I would just be totally guessing on the sky. I don't want to do that to anyone. All right. So then play some light jazz. So so then the next group I want to turn to after hazard pay are the solos. The Uber, the Lyft, the Grubhub, the Postmates. You know who you are. Airbnb, my solos, independent contractors, plumbers, electricians. First, I hope you did your tax return right last year. I hope you did your tax return right this year if you already filed it. It should have had a Schedule C. A Schedule C is attached to your personal tax return that says that you did $6,000 with Grubhub, and you list it as a first line of the revenue, and second line will be your costs of Uber. Maybe it's your tires or your insurance. And that Schedule C is going to be so important because I'm going to be going over the big business moolah of Joe Biden's third stimulus. Joe Biden's nominee uh, for Treasury, Janet Yellen, appeared before the Senate Banking Committee today, and she revealed in a shocking detail, that the third stimulus package of $1.9 trillion, 30% of it will be for business grants and business loans. This is insane. Can you imagine the magnitude of this business grants and business loans? And this is not corporate America. This is you. This is small stuff. So yeah, after this video, I'll repost the PDFs if you're new members to this channel. This is a lot of money. So what do I think that's going to happen with this? I think it's going to be new instruments. I don't think it's going to be EIDL. I think it's going to be a new instrument. And I think it's going to be a new item other than PPP. I think he's going to have his own brand new instrument. The best thing I can tell you is that I hope you did a Schedule C on your 2019, 2020, if you're Uber, Lyft, or Grubhub, or Airbnb. If you did it, you're going to have to do an amended tax return. Someone already asked me, how do I do an amended tax return? Just pull out down the form. Go to Google and type in amended tax return 2019, and you're going to have to do an amended tax return if you did your taxes wrong. I don't know how someone does that wrong. I guess they put I don't know how people are doing it wrong. I guess they're putting the income on the first page when it's on Schedule C. So, I mean, these are going to be big issues because they're going to have to confirm that this business actually exists. And there you go. For my business people, big moolah for businesses. All right, let's go to some stimulus. Let's go to some stimulus checks. $1,400 for individuals, married couple $2,800, adult dependents $3,200. So yes, $3,200. And that's for everyone. That's for everyone. I always get these questions. How about it's $3,200 for adult dependents? You know, I don't care if it's $3,200 of adult dependents at the casino, $3,200 for adult dependents at the chocolate ice cream, $3,200 at the mothballs. It's $3,200 for adult dependents. It's like there's no different type of adult dependents. All $3,200. I always get these specific questions. I don't understand why. So that's very obvious. Natasha, should SSDI do a non-filer? Wow, that question flew. Should SSDI do a non-filer again for the 2020 to get a tax refund for SSD dependents? Uh, Tax refund to get the dependents. I guess you're referring to the third stimulus package. So that's a great question. She's saying, should I do something to get the dependents for the third stimulus package? Okay, this one's a little complicated at the 12-minute mark. Okay, this one's complicated. The reason why it's complicated is that if you're on benefits, SSI and SSDI, and you have children, and those children are not known to the IRS because you don't file tax returns, and because they're not on benefits, then you're going to have to file something for the IRS to know they exist. There are two ways to do that something. Either you file a tax return or you file non-filer filing. Now, this is why this video is very important. Tax credit. Yes, Slap just answered my question. Slap gets the A plus for today because he saw exactly where I'm going. You're on SSI and SSDI. You don't file tax returns. I actually got a DM about this the other day. You don't file tax returns. You're on SSI and SSDI. But I just told you under number 19, you get $3,600 for a child under age 6. Let's say you're on SSI and SSDI and you have 3 kids under age 6. Are you going to sit back and say, I don't file tax returns? I don't file tax returns. You are going to file a tax return because you got 3 kids under age 6. You're going to get $10,000 in a tax refund check. Why would you not file a tax return? Of course you're going to file a tax return. So no, you would not do a non-filer filing. You're going to file a tax return to get that $10,000 for those children. You can file tax return even with no income, says Nancy Pelosi. Absolutely correct. I had that example. I use it all the time. Nice Slap, says Ira. Absolutely. Slap gets the A plus for today. I had a viewer that I always use the example from last summer. I think it was May. I think it was when our channel just started. I had a viewer who was a senior citizen out of Florida. She never files a tax return. She doesn't make any money. She's on Social Security. She makes $4,000 a year or something on Social Security. And she said, you know what? I sensed problems with this first stimulus check. So I went around to my girlfriends in the same situation. I filed tax returns for all 7 of us. We all got our stimulus check, the first one. So this was incredible, great news. What if you don't have kids? Well, if you don't have kids and you qualify for paid sick leave or you qualify for one of the other tax credits, then you want to do that as well. I mean, there's all these examples of these tax credits that you want to file for to trigger the tax credit. You don't want to sit home and not do anything because you won't get anything. That's the purpose of the Purple Hawk. Hawk, hawk. You want to get that moolah. You absolutely want to get that. So that was a great question. Thank you for that great question. Now at the 15-minute mark, let me give you a big update where we are. Should we wait to the end of the tax credits? Our lot? Absolutely. That's Okawee. That's a great question. And I got to that question as well. If you have not filed your 2020 tax return yet, wait off a day or two until you see this law bill later this week because yeah, and Deborah just dropped a great comment as well. When you file the tax return, you will list your dependents on the tax return. So they will know where that dependent is. And in a way, they'll forever know where that dependent is. They'll presume that dependent is still there. You have solved the query question of where the child is. At the 16-minute mark, let me give you a big update where we are across the board. Jerry, thank you for the super chat. This is Evenings LALATE, and wow, what a night it is. I'm going over third stimulus check and third stimulus package, and we've gotten some incredible questions across the board. The third stimulus package bill will be introduced later this week, and what's important to understand is that you want to know what you're entitled to. And there's a lot of stuff, all the viewers to this channel, many of the viewers, or at least many items for every single viewer, are eligible for, and it's more than just a stimulus check. In this video, I'm going over the incredible details. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that alert button, like this video, and consider joining if you've not joined to become a member. Get access to pre-release and details and bills. There's going to be 24 executive orders potential in the next 48 hours. I'll be delivering those to members. I'll be breaking down all these hazard pay bills, so consider becoming a member. Let's cut back to where we left off. Yes, that's sort of the important thing is you want to make sure you trigger everything. We have the child tax credit, $3,000 per child, $3,600 if the child's under 6. We have the we have the child care tax credit, $4,000 or $8,000. Can you imagine $4,000 or $8,000 as a tax credit? Then we have the hazard pay tax credit, $1,500. Well, you know, I don't want to file a tax return. Well, don't you want $1,500? Don't you want the $1,500? Of course you want the $1,500. So we want cash, not tax credit. Let me go over that. Tyler, thank you for the super chat. Would a probation officer be essential in hazard pay? It would, but if you're paid by the state, then you're going to be a public servant hazard pay worker. So the way your hazard pay going to work is Joe Biden's giving $300 billion to the states, and the states are going to put that on top of your weekly salary or monthly salary. So as a public servant, a state prison, federal prison, you're going to get that add-on to your weekly salary. Let's understand that if you have zeros on your tax returns, or you have negatives on your tax returns, and you got an $8,000 or $9,000 tax credit, bam, you're getting an $8,000 tax refund. This is moolah. This is pure moolah. This is an $8,000 to $10,000 tax refund. If it's not a tax refund, then guess what? You owe taxes. You owe thousands and thousands of taxes. And instead of owing taxes, you're going to have an $8,000 refund. You won't owe any taxes. So this is cash. Someone said it's not cash. It's lots of cash. It's a lot of cash. It's either preventing you from paying money for taxes, or it's giving you a refund for money. So it is pure cash. And it's a lot of cash also. $10,000. Yeah, it's a lot of cash, says Slap. It's free moolah. It's not income. It's free moolah. It is, Natasha. Is the school worker employee deemed essential worker? I don't know. I really do not know who are the essential workers. We're going to see this later this week. When the bill is introduced, we'll see who is essential, who's not essential. Now, understand, teachers, I had this question for someone on a private message. I answer questions all day long on Twitter and on Facebook, on Instagram. All day long, I'm answering questions. And one person said, so you said that this stimulus package is for schools. Is that grants to teachers or just to the schools? I think it's both. I really do think it's both, but I haven't seen it as well. It's a fish hazard pay. Under the third stimulus package, let me go over what is in there besides that. And let me go over what my predictions are. First, $1,400 stimulus check. Individual, children as well. $3,200 adult dependent. FPUC, $400 a week to September. UI to September. PUA to September. SNAP, increase of 15%. Rent aid. Also rent aid for the middle class. Utilities, also utility for the middle class. Free internet, childcare, eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, business grant, business loan, paid sick leave, and student aid supplement. And hazard pay, hazard pay, hazard pay. And then those tax credits, which I'll get to in a second. I think that the paid sick leave is going to come out exactly like what it says. The paid sick leave, the tax credits, which I'm going to go over in 1 second, are so extremely defined in the bill. I think it's going to come out exactly like how it's defined. Let me go over the paid sick leave. If you have a child, the paid sick leave is just insanely great. $1,400 a week. Hello. Masterclass, as Iris said the other day, masterclass on stimulus. $1,400 a week in stimulus. This is incredible, great news. How do I download the PDF? I can't find it. If you just joined, it's in the community page to this channel, youtube.com/LALATE/community, and you can see two PDFs only delivered for members. If you don't see them, I'll repost them right after this video's done. The first thing is the $1,400 is incredible great news. $1,400 if you have a child who has to stay home because the school is closed. $1,400 for you. $1,400 you have to stay home because a family member has COVID. $1,400 a week for you. $1,400 if you have to quarantine because you're exposed to someone for COVID. $1,400 a week for you. And finally, if you have COVID, $1,400 a week. $1,400 a week? Yeah, the email, if you sign up for alerts, you'll get an email from Google that says, hi, you just got a special members only item for LALATE. It'll send you an email alert if you've set up for alerts, and you can actually open the PDF. It'll send you the PDF link in the email. It's actually quite wonderful. Yes. Thank you for that comment that person said. So how do you get this? If you made $73,000 or more, 2019, you'll get the full $1,400 a week. If you made less than $73,000, then you'll get a little bit less than $1,400. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Now, let's go to the tax credits. Let's get to the tax credits. First, the child tax credit. The first one is just because you have a child. If you have a child 6 years or younger, you'll get a $3,600 tax credit for that child. You got 3 children under age 6, you'll get $3,600, $3,600, $3,600. Next, if you have a child 17 years to age 7, you'll get $3,000 a child. $3,000, $3,000, $3,000. This is incredibly great news. So this is a tax credit. So if you have 0, 0, 0s on your tax return, or you have negatives, then what's important to understand is that this will trigger an enormous tax refund check. Let me give you an example. You have 3 kids, ages 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Then, if you got zeros or negatives on your tax returns, guess what? You're going to get a $10,000 refund check. $10,000 refund check. Lord. Okay, that's the first thing. I got another one. If you are a essential worker and made less than $21,000 last year, you'll get a $1,500 tax refund check, or $1,500 tax refund. This is on the PDF. This is now item number 20. The one I just went over before that. Thank you, Danielle, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Danielle to the room. Hello, Danielle. Thank you for becoming part of this community. On the PDF for members, I just went over the child tax credit. That was if you have a child 6 years or younger, $3,600 per child. Um, this is a lot of great news. The next one is for earned income tax credit. The earned income tax credit is if you're a hazard pay worker and you made $21,000 last year, you will get $1,500 for a tax credit. Incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Brenda just posted a comment and it's similar to someone else's comment. So let me answer the question. It's a good question, Brenda, and someone else asked the same question. So let me answer Brenda's, which is sort of similar. If you're on an SSI and don't work, but you're raising a kid, can I still file taxes? Yes. And what do you do, Brenda? You will list zeros where zeros belong on the tax return. And then, if you have a child, you'll look at item number 19. If the child is 17 or younger, you will list a tax credit of $3,000 per child. And if the child is 6 or younger, you will list a tax credit of $3,600, and bam, you will get a refund check. That is simply because you have a child. It has nothing to do with working. So this is absolutely incredible. Very, very simple. Thank you, Brenda. It's a great question. I'm very cognizant of which things qualify for what type of viewer, and that I'm certainly aware of that situation. You know, childcare. Here's an example. A lot of people don't spend $16,000 in childcare a year, but some people do spend, a couple $1,000s in childcare. Well, if you spend a couple $1,000s for a couple children's childcare, then you want to go to item number 21. Item number 21 says that if we will allow you to deduct 50% of your childcare costs for one child up to $4,000. Wow. $4,000 tax credit? Now, this is in addition to everything I just told Brenda, which was for just having a child. So you can have a child and also have a child tax credit, multiple tax credits. This one is for if you have child care, 50% of it's deductible up to $4,000 for one child, multiple children up to $8,000. Insane. Someone jaw dropping. It is jaw dropping. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. One viewer sent me a private message earlier today. What if I have my sister watch my kid and I pay her cash? Yeah. No, no. Come on, no, come on. This is. There's always that thing. I always get these strange situations. No, but I appreciate the question. It's sort of funny. It's just like, no, I'm paying my sister under the table some cash. Yeah, keep some receipts next time. Pay your sister with a check. So I love that. My kids are grown up. Steal my grandkids. Sandy, I love that. It's hysterical. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Uh, can I borrow a couple? Christine said, "Can I borrow some kids?" Yeah, for the guys in the room, just if you got that phone call, one late, one last night, uh, baby's not mine. Well, maybe you want that baby now for the 10. I'm just, that's a music video unto itself. My little Gigi needs to come live with grandma. It's just maybe mine too. I want my grandchildren for some fur babies. Yeah, Tia. I got into one viewer's like, why did buy? One viewer's like, Biden didn't stand by his promises. He promised fur baby deductions on his tax returns. He said 3 fur babies in the campaign promises we're going to get fur babies deductible, the fur baby deduction tax credit. One fur baby, the more fur baby deductions is his tax credit. How dare him not keep his promises about fur baby deductions? Some people are very, very, very opinionated about fur baby politics. I'm just not going there with fur baby politics. So, sorry, just not coming that way. That's just not happening. Where the emoji's located, says Gerald. Underneath your name, where you type something, you can see a happy face. So you open up the happy face. You touch the happy face, and it's going to open up a slider, and then it's going to say LALATE, and you're going to see all these little things. One is sirloin. One moth has died. Moth has gone to the mothballs. Yeah, died between shows. You can see $12 ice cream. You can see sirloin. There's Donald Roastman. Everyone, welcome Donald to the family. Welcome Donald for becoming a member of this community. Everyone, welcome Donald. Yeah, sirloin has just not made an appearance lately. I mean, maybe he'll make appearance to the inauguration. Maybe. I wonder if Sirloin got tickets to the inauguration. He probably did. Darn him. You know. Yes, so that Lisa Ann is showing you some of them, the emojis. There's Kim showing you some emojis. Catalina has the bacon emojis. So lots of everyone welcome Ronald and Donald to the community. What a day it has been. So wow, across the board, so much happening. Let me give you the big update at the 30-minute mark. What a day it is. Thank you for joining for Evenings LA. And if you just joined this chat, or you're a new member, or you're wondering, I'm going to repost the PDFs from there's Ta'ajabi. Ta'ajabi. Everyone welcome Ta'ajabi to the family. Welcome to Ta'ajabi from becoming a new member to this community. As we come up on the 31-minute mark, I'll be dropping the PDF links for members again in the members link of the community right after I get off camera. If you make sure you always hit that, make sure you go to the front channel and make sure that bell is hit for alerts so you get alert when membership details are sent to you. Mina, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Welcome, Mina, to the room. Well, welcome to Mina and Ajajibi. Welcome. And you want to get that alert. If you set up your alerts a certain way, they'll come by email, as the viewer said. I see them as well. So and I'm actually a member, so I see how you see it, and it sends it by email, and it says, "Hi, LLA has now sent you a new PDF," and you can open the PDF right in the email. If you're on a phone, you can open the PDF right in your phone. You don't have to download. You don't have to use a computer. You can just look at it. And I'm trying to keep them by date, so you see 118, 119, and there's a lot going to happen this week. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and tomorrow you're going to have the inauguration, and you're going to have the executive orders. The first set, I think, on the executive orders you're going to have is, oh, we do need a welcome emoji. That's a great point. We need a welcome emoji. Yes, we need a welcome emoji. That's a great point. You're going to see the executive orders start tomorrow. You can see the eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, and student loan debt forgiveness executive orders tomorrow. Then you're going to see the bill on Thursday. Between Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to start to see some of the second stimulus items get funded. Things have just been sitting around forever. You may see Jan Yellen talk about the $600 stimulus check. If you're on social media, to ask her, where the hell is my $600 stimulus check? Make it polite. Hashtag LA, hashtag Purple Power. Thank you, Juan Gander, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Juan to the room. When should we file taxes? Not yet. We'll see the bill in about 48 hours from now, so give it a little bit of time. We will see the bill on probably Thursday. Everyone, welcome Juan to the community. And then I think that you're going to start to see those SBA emails about the EIDL grant, which I talked about in the video before this. Alma with the dancing bear. Hello with the dancing bear. I really appreciate it. I love that dancing bear. That SBA email that I've been telling you it's coming, it's going to start coming. I have already seen at least one person I know get an SBA email this afternoon. It's not for the grant, but it's to queue up something that was unsettled. That person's owed a grant. So I'm starting to see new SBA emails starting to come out. Really exciting. And then next week after that, or the week after that, you're going to see the SSI and SSDI, the student aid, the student forgiveness, and the teachers and the highways. and the roads. A lot of great details. So please subscribe, hit that alert button, like this video. I'm back next at 1 a.m. with EIDL. Jose Maldonado with the dancing bear. I love it. Thank you for the dancing bear. Really appreciate it. Very, very kind, Jose. Gracias. I'll be back at 1 a.m. with EIDL. If you are not up at 1 a.m., then certainly watch it after it's on the channel. Then I'm back at 2 a.m. with FPUC. I may be adding a new show on overnight LLA, so stay with me. I think I may be adding Hazard Pay as a new show on overnight LLA. And then join me at 3 o'clock with early mornings LA, 3:30 with a continuation of early mornings LA, and then I'm back at 8:30 with mornings. That show is live. Stay informed, stay focused. If you've not become a member, the member link is in the link to this video in the description. And thank you for the new members to this video. Right after camera, I'll be dropping those PDFs again in the community pages channel. Stay informed, stay focused, and have a great evening, and take care.